Okay, welcome to my Minecraft. My name is Viperion, and I'm starting this with a view to building something reasonably large later on. This is just an introduction to tell you about me, and a bit about my world, and a little bit about what I plan to do. So, first things first, you may notice this doesn't look exactly like normal Minecraft. I'm using a texture pack called Jalele, I think it is, Jalele. I've downloaded a few texture packs, but I really like this one. The wood looks like wood. It fits together nicely. It's not too modern. The chests look nice. All the weapons look pretty cool. And so that's the one I'm going with. Okay, so a little tour around my house. This is the ground floor of my house. Carpet on the floor. I went a bit nuts with all the different kinds of sheep, which you'll see out there shortly. Bed in the corner. I did start this on the standard texture pack, so all the ground floor windows here are light grey stained glass because you can see through them a lot easier than you can the normal glass. However, this pack, among other things, does fix the windows quite nicely. Got my one and only ender pearl and an item frame up here. Couple of furnaces, crafting table, a whole bunch of things. My storage is more or less sorted, as you can see there. But at some point during the series, I'm going to create a proper storage room to store everything in, because I'm going to be storing a lot of stuff. So this is the entirety of my ground floor. We'll move up to the second floor here. We can see my crafting area, my enchanting area. I've got some torches down here at the moment just to cut off these back bookshelves so that I can get level 1 enchantments. Most of the time when I enchant stuff, I only want, say, efficiency on my pickaxes or something like that. And so cutting off those back tables lets me get everything from ranges 1 to about 9. That one's already got efficiency on it. Let's go. So that's a 7. Yeah, there's a 9. I think 9 is about as high as it goes in my current setup, because I've cut off most of the bookcases. And you can see there you get 1 every now and then. Over here is where my brewing stand is going to go. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the rest of this area. You can see here I've got red and pink glass, and this is the basic glass texture in the texture pack that I'm using. This is stone, the normal stone that you get in mines. I mine it to cobblestone and then recook it using the furnace, because I think that the basic stone looks a lot nicer than the cobblestone. There is some cobblestone floating around, and I'll show you some of that when we get out to this contraption out here. So up onto the roof, we have, that's cobblestone here. We've got my nether portal. I have been to the nether once just to collect some supplies. This dispenser in here has a bucket of water in it, and the reason for that is if I light my nether portal and then decide that I don't really want zombie pigmen coming out of it, I've got the dispenser linked up to this redstone here. If I push it, it pushes some water out, which turns off the portal, and then when you push it again, because of the way dispensers work, when you give them a redstone pulse, if they have a bucket in them, they will pull in an empty bucket. They will pull in whatever's in front. So the first push will put a water source block here, which cancels the portal, and the second push sucks that back in. So essentially it's an unlimited on-off switch. I plan on doing something a bit more complicated with that a bit later on as well. Otherwise, it's just a roof. Go down here, close the door. So I have the front door and the back door. The front door, I have a pressure plate here so that the door always opens and then closes itself when I'm back through. The other advantage to that is if I come through the door, step on the pressure plate and it shuts itself, so I don't have to do anything there. It's nice if you're being chased. Got some pumpkins here. I have a bit of an airlock system here for a whole bunch of animals. This isn't anywhere close to the number of sheep that I used to have. I used to have a whole lot more colours as well, including red and yellow. But creepers keep blowing up my fence, and so I have to go around and recapture them. But as you can see, I've got some sheep in there, and I have a horse, which I managed to get. It's actually a very good horse as far as I can tell. It's very fast and jumps very high. It's not particularly strong, but that's fine. So that's the area in here. I also have some chickens in there. So yeah, I used to have my wheat in here. I have since constructed this. Now I'm actually going to deconstruct this at some point and rebuild it during the video so you can see how it works. But essentially there is a whole bunch of redstone stuff down in here. And it goes through. You can actually see it because I didn't quite build it low enough. You can see some of it down here to a redstone torch and so on. And what that does is there's a lever in here, and when I push that lever, just go on to here. When I push that lever, these pistons, which are currently extended, retract, and there's some water up there, and the water washes down the field, uproots all of the seeds and all of the wheat, and they flow into this channel here, and they end up all collecting down in this bit, and then I push the lever again, the pistons go back out, the water drains away, and I can replant the field. So it's a semi-automated wheat production, which is good. I've got my sugarcane here in case I ever need to make more paper. I don't have plans to at the moment, although I may write a book and quote at some point. And then because I could, I decided I would build that. It actually goes higher than the clouds. You should see when that cloud goes past it. There you go. You can see there's more up there. So that is my sugarcane stack. Okay, there's a bit of a railway there, and I'll show you where that goes a little bit later on. I'll probably sleep during the night just to make sure I don't get attacked by anything too much. I'm growing some oak trees in here, and I have a giant oak. The other one's grown. I have two now, giant oak trees here, dark oak trees. And the reason I've planted those is because I have millions and millions and millions of birch trees here that I don't need to do anything with. And these are my other sheep. And I have a very specific use in mind for those, which you'll get to eventually. This is my not very secret door. So I'll open that up. I'll just head to bed. It should be dark enough about now. I'll head to bed, and then when I get up, I'll jump on my railway and show you the other thing that I've done. Alrighty, so we'll head up. No, I'm not carrying my cart, so I will go into here, grab my cart, and we'll head up. So this is my railway. It's a very basic one. It just goes in basically a U shape. This is my birch forest. That is all birch wood, which is why I've imported my oak and my dark oak. And I've cleared off a little bit of terrain in here as well, not terribly much. And this is my second house. I'll jump out of here and collect this back. So I decided it would be fun at some point to level out a hill. So I built this little house on here on what was at the time the top of the hill, and I have since leveled it off down I think about 8 levels, which isn't terribly much, might be more now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 or 10 levels. So there's a big flat area here, and I plan on using that just to experiment with, do some builds and so on and so forth. I also wanted to find out how much coal, how much iron and so on I would get out of this. Turns out not much. I got a little bit of a little bit of coal and no iron whatsoever. I'm quite high up here, and it turns out it's too high up for iron to spawn. So I got a little bit of coal and a little bit of gravel, but I also got a heck of a lot of cobblestone and more cobblestone and earth and more earth and some birch trees and bits and pieces. There's the rest of the earth, and that's the coal that I got out of it. So that took a little bit of time and a lot of stone pickaxes. So that's essentially everything that I've done in this world. I do have there is a mine a little bit over that way, which no doubt I'll show you at some point. And also over in that direction there's a swamp, and I've got a little one-room house where I went looking for slimes because I needed some slime balls to get some leads and also to build some sticky pistons later on. So that is my build so far. It's fairly basic. I'm almost set up now for what I want to be doing later on. And as I said, I'm going to deconstruct this at some point, rip it to pieces, and then rebuild it during one of my videos to show you all how to do it. It's quite a cool idea, and I got it from a YouTube video myself, and I'll link to that original video when I redo it. So that's all I'm going to show you this time around. I will see you all later, and thank you very much. See ya.